Hey guys, and welcome to today's First Impressions video, the video series in which we look at a brand new released game and I give you my first thoughts and impressions on it. Today we're looking at Ship Graveyard Simulator, which is another game released by Playway. It is pretty much as you'd expect. You go around, you salvage ships, you make money, you make new materials, you build stuff. There's a lot going on and it's pretty damn fun. As always, we'll look through the options menu first, just to give you an idea of what capabilities the game has and what options it has available for you. Then we'll jump straight into the gameplay and I will show you what I think of the game thus far. So without further ado, let's jump into it. And here we have the options menu, as you would expect from Playway, pretty functional and pretty damn full. I would say that the aesthetics of this menu isn't amazing, but it doesn't really need to be. It does the job. It says what it says that it needs to do, and it allows you to change what you need to change. You've got windowed, borderless, and full screen modes. Interestingly enough, if you go to borderless or windowed, you lose the ability to change the resolution, which is fine because generally in borderless you go to native resolution anyway. VSync on or off. You can limit your FPS to certain increments. It's not a full variable bar. Your brightness setting and then your quality settings. There are a fair amount here. Honestly, the graphical fidelity of this game isn't amazing, so it doesn't really need a lot, but it's nice that they are here and you can tell very easily which is the highest. I much prefer a quality bar like this opposed to one that you constantly endlessly cycle through and you can't tell if you're on the highest setting or not, so points for that. You can then also change your field of view. Audio settings, I gotta say the soundtrack of this game is pretty damn good. Very chill, very relaxed feel to it. You've got your master, your music and your sound effects. There is no voice acting in this game whatsoever. It is all text based. Your controls, I'm very happy to report that you can rebind all the keys. If I do have one criticism, it is the fact that the game doesn't tell you this. You have to physically go into the controls to figure out what each one is. The tutorial tells you what you've got to do, but it doesn't tell you the button you've got to press in order to accomplish that. So be aware you are going to end up in the key bindings regardless of whether you want to or not, because otherwise you're not going to figure out what the hell you're supposed to do. And then language. I'm happy to report that there is a fair decent amount of languages here that you can choose from, which is always good to see. I wouldn't mind a colorblind mode in this just because a lot of the colors do merge for me, especially with it being sandy beaches and stuff. But outside of that, I am very, very happy with this options menu. It is very robust and very complete. So let's see what the game's got, shall we? Welcome on in. You join me as I've recently just finished the tutorial and unlocked the workshop, or basically the furnace. I've got my truck here as well. Everything is upgradable to my knowledge. And basically the idea is that you can get in your truck, drive around. You can order new... Hello? There we go. You can order new ships to come in, which will give you more materials that you can collect from, and it gives you generally new quests and stuff. You get a payment at 8 o'clock every morning and you can rest to continue that day. I don't know whether you get like a penalty for not going to bed and resting. Again, it shows you how to rest for the tutorial, but it doesn't really explain, outside of the fact that you've got to wait for a new order to come in, the benefits and or the negatives, if you will, of resting or not resting. And then this is what you do. I will say that the hitboxes of some of these items are a little touchy. You can think you're hitting it when you're not. It can be a little awkward. But yeah, basically you go through, you've got your stuff that you need to destroy, you get your raw materials, and then you can use your furnace to mix them to make new alloys. You can upgrade your furnace to do bigger and better things. You can upgrade your warehouse so you can store more materials. You can buy upgrades and things for the items themselves. Your tools and such, so that you can make them better and more durable. or you can straight up just buy new items as well. It's got an interesting mechanic, although honestly I've not really seen much point in using it outside of maybe using the damage boost with the saw, purely and simply because it is so finicky and it is so kind of awkward sometimes to hit those crit spots. These glowing spots here do more damage so that you can essentially break the item down a bit quicker, but it's not necessarily needed. Like I say, it's just a case of maybe preserving your hammer, your tools a bit more until you can upgrade them. But with how difficult it can be sometimes to actually hit them, it's not always the better option. Sometimes just making sure you've got a good hit spot and breaking it down is all you need. Once you've done that, once you've collected everything that you've collected from the ship, as you can see, it is getting quite late now, you get back into your car. Your car serves as a faster travel option, as well as also being a way of storing more items until you can upgrade your inventory, which is very, very useful. Money seems to be pretty easy to come by in this game. It doesn't generally seem that difficult. There's plenty of things that you can go and sort of collect, and then you can sell it all off, and the trade value does change, although honestly it does seem to come across that you're going to be making money fairly easily. Obviously, if you are looking to craft and upgrade things, you're not going to be wanting to sell everything you get straight away. It would probably be more beneficial to sort of fuse it and use your big furnace here to make more materials. But honestly, it's not going to make too much of a dent if you don't. Like I say, there's plenty of ways that you can go out and get more ships and get more materials to go in. This is your manager. He wants an order, and if you do this, you get money. So essentially, you can get more money for doing these than you would for actually selling them, and you get rewards for your levels. Your levels are interesting. So they're arbitrary upgrades, and you unlock more items. It seems that every time you level up, you actually get 2 skill points, and you can put those skill points into anything of your choosing. I don't know if there's a way that you can reset them or redo them, but honestly, with the way that this game is set out, I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue either. Then you can get utilities, which again you can learn, and your management here as well, so you can get more prices or more, better ship prices and stuff in the market as you go through. And then this is your actual progress. So level 1 gives you that. Level 5 will give you access to cast steel and kerosene. Level 10, level 25, level 20, level 15, all these, and it goes around and it shows you which way it goes. It's a very complete game. It's very chill. It is very much a at your own pace type deal, which I'm all for. I've lost my truck. That's never a good thing. So yeah, I'm quite impressed. It's not too taxing on the system. It is incredibly chill. The night sky is actually quite pretty. And the sunset and everything, it works quite well. So yeah, this came out yesterday on the 10th of November. So feel free to check it out on Steam, guys. This is Ship Graveyard Simulator, and I think it's very much worth your time. Don't forget to leave a comment in those comments down below of whether you think this is a game you would play or not, and I shall see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.